Hi everybody, and welcome to lesson 325 lesson 3 in Religion 325. This week we'll be studying sections 86 through 90 of the Doctrine and Covenants. They've titled this lesson, "The Law by Which All Things Are Governed." This is a lot of the nuts and bolts in how we run the church, and so this should be fairly interesting to you. This week you'll need to have done all your reading and take your first assessment, or your only assessment for the week, by Wednesday. A couple of things that sometimes we're seeing in this new version of iLearn. It's showing that due dates are Thursdays and Mondays in some of the reminder prompts. Please ignore those. Stick with the written instructions and what I give you in these webcasts. The assignments for this week are due on Wednesday and Saturday night. Again, the assessment is open book, so you should do well on that if you've done what you need to do to prepare, if you've done the reading. The research and writing assignment this week is outlined here in this section. Remember, it needs to be 500 to 600 words, and you'll need to look at these three items as you prepare your paper and your responses. Some students get a little bit confused as to how to lay out the assignment. Let me give you some hints. If it were me, this is what I would do. I would take this question, copy it into a Word document, and then I would answer exactly what it says following this paste that you've put into your document. I would also do the same thing here with this second one. What two messages of peace do you see revealed in the four other sections? And then I would make sure and label these like this: 86, 87, 89, and 90, and I would put my responses with those. It doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. So again, to repeat, copy these assignments into a document and then answer them as part of the assignment. Then it's very easy for me to grade, and it'll look professional. It'll look like you've done your due diligence in answering the questions, and I won't have to guess if what you're saying is an answer to one of these two questions. Finally, you're going to have a third part of this. You're going to look for these messages of peace in these assignment here, and down here what you're going to do, I do the same thing. I would copy part of this in, and maybe just the first sentence so I can quickly identify what you're trying to answer. But from one of these messages up here, consider and write what you see, what the Lord is teaching you about peace that could benefit you or others living in the world in these troubled days. So that's pretty simple. Make sure you put a word count with it. If you do those simple things, you'll probably do very well and most likely get full credit. It's rare that I deduct for people's opinions and things they've searched for that they felt like they were meaningful in the scriptures. Most of the problem comes in not being able to communicate clearly answers. And so I hope that helps you. If you dump things in one long paragraph, there'll be probably up to a 50% or more deduction in the assignment. So please don't do that. I've seen that before. Students just start typing and thinking they're answering all the questions, and they very well could be, but I can't tell. It's just one long paragraph. I can't tell what part goes with which part of the assignment. The Teach One Another assignment, pretty simple. Again, it's the discussion board assignment. You need to post a meaningful idea or something you discovered by Wednesday. That's by Wednesday night at midnight. If you don't get it by Wednesday, it will be a 50% reduction in your score for this assignment. So it needs to be done by Wednesday. Then you need to search around, and the instructions are here. Well, you need to search around and find at least two other posts that you can reply to. It's found right here. Read and respond to other meaningful posts, and then put those in, and those need to be done by Saturday night. It would be best if you could do that maybe Thursday. Then others might have a chance to respond to what you said. You can go check back. let's see. The other part of the teach one another assignment is here, and sometimes they've laid these out differently than they have here, but basically you need to find somebody in a situation outside of class where you can spend 30 minutes discussing what you've learned in your assignments. And then again, like I explained in last week's podcast, you've got these 3 things, A, B, and C, who you shared with, and again, I would just copy that into my post and then write who I shared with and who it was. B, what you shared, okay, and that needs to be a couple, 2 or 3 sentences. If it was 1 sentence, it's probably going to not reach full credit. And then C, what you learned from the experience ought to be 2 or 3 sentences, a nice solid little paragraph of what you learned from the experience, and you'll do well on that assignment. The reflection assignment is where you post again something that was meaningful. A lot of students will take the same post or something similar with the meaningful idea from here and also post it in this, and I'm okay with that if that's what the most meaningful idea or powerful idea was in your assignment. What I would do with this is, again, label it. This is my reflection assignment, and then you'll be fine. These don't need to have word counts with them, but again, it needs to be a substantial paragraph to get full credit. If you have any questions about any of these things, please feel free to email me. It looks like everybody's doing okay, working their way through iLearn 3.0. Maybe okay is a little too positive, but if you have questions, please feel free to contact me. I'd like to make sure you do well and are not frustrated with your work in this course.